Diabetics must be eating these 10 best breakfast foods daily. Waking up with low energy, a foggy mind, or feeling shaky before lunch. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For many people over 50 managing diabetes or prediabetes, mornings can feel like the most challenging part of the day. But what if your first meal could shift everything? What if breakfast wasn't just something you rushed through, but a quiet act of self-care that kept your blood sugar steady, your cravings in check, and your body gently supported through the day? In today's video, we're diving into 10 of the best breakfast foods for people with diabetes. These are real, nourishing meals, from eggs to Greek yogurt to hearty whole grains, that are simple to make, easy on your blood sugar, and surprisingly satisfying. If you've been struggling to feel your best in the mornings, this could be the gentle reset you've been waiting for. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Buddhist Health for more uplifting, science-backed guidance on healing through food and mindful living. Eggs, the small breakfast that makes a big difference. Imagine waking up tomorrow and feeling ready for your day. Not dragging yourself out of bed, not foggy, or reaching for another cup of coffee to push through the fatigue. Just steady energy, a calm mind, and the sense that your body is finally working with you, not against you. It might sound too good to be true, especially if you're over 50 and dealing with blood sugar issues. But what if the change you need is more minor than you think? For years, breakfast was just something I rushed through, if I even had it at all. A piece of toast, a splash of coffee, maybe a granola bar on the go. But I started noticing a pattern. By 10 a.m., I felt lightheaded, unfocused, and strangely irritable. A doctor once told me, if your mornings feel like a roller coaster, it's probably your blood sugar talking. That stuck with me. That's when I rediscovered eggs. Not just as a food, but a tool. Eggs aren't just a breakfast staple because they're quick or familiar. They're smart fuel, especially as we age. Each egg is packed with protein that digests slowly, giving your body a steady stream of energy without spiking your glucose. They're also rich in choline, a nutrient many people don't talk about, but one that supports brain health, memory, and mood. For someone in their 50s or 60s, that's no small thing. I think about my friend Linda, who's 58 and used to rely on pastries to get through the morning. She'd always crash by mid-morning and couldn't figure out why. One day, we sat down and talked through her breakfast habits. I suggested something simple: 2 hard-boiled eggs with a handful of sautéed greens and a pinch of turmeric. Within a week, she texted me, "No more 11 a.m. fog. I finally feel full and clear." It wasn't magic. It was just protein, timing, and care. Eggs have this fantastic way of grounding the body. There's nothing flashy about them. But maybe that's their superpower in a world full of sugary cereals and processed food labels. They're real, they're whole, and they work. Whether you scramble them with spinach or slice them over avocado toast, eggs give you the kind of breakfast that feels like a quiet act of self-respect. The kind that says, I'm choosing to care for myself today. As we age, small decisions like that matter more. They add up. They shape how we feel, not just in the moment, but throughout the day. So if you've been feeling scattered or sluggish in the mornings, maybe start with one small change. Crack an egg. Add a little color. Sit down for 5 minutes. And notice what happens when you give your body something it can genuinely work with. Greek yogurt, the gut-friendly morning ritual. Something is calming about a cool, creamy breakfast. It doesn't shout, it doesn't rush, it just eases you into the day, gently. And for many people over 50, especially those managing diabetes or digestive issues, starting the morning with something that soothes the gut and balances blood sugar can be nothing short of a game changer. I used to think yogurt was just a diet food. You know, those tiny cups with fruity swirls and cheerful labels. But it wasn't until I discovered plain Greek yogurt, the unsweetened, thick kind, that I realized it's so much more than that. It's one of those rare foods that feels indulgent, but functions like medicine. The magic of Greek yogurt lies in 2 things: protein and probiotics. The protein helps keep you full, curbing those mid-morning cravings leading to the snack drawer. But the probiotics, those live-active cultures, quietly go to work behind the scenes. They strengthen your gut health, which can improve your immune system, reduce inflammation, and even help regulate blood sugar. My cousin Alice, who's 65, used to skip breakfast altogether because, in her words, nothing ever sat right with me. She'd either feel bloated or hungry again within the hour. I suggested trying a simple parfait, Greek yogurt layered with a handful of blueberries, chopped walnuts, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. It felt like dessert, she told me, but afterward I felt light, not empty, not heavy, just right. And her morning blood sugar readings? Steadier than they'd been in years. The beauty of this breakfast is how customizable it is. You don't need a recipe, just a foundation of unsweetened Greek yogurt with at least 15 grams of protein per serving. Then you build. Add a few fresh or frozen berries. Blueberries are especially good for glucose levels. Maybe a spoonful of chia seeds for fiber, or some crushed almonds for a little crunch. If you like it slightly sweet, try a dash of vanilla or a touch of stevia. Not the sugar-loaded fruit blends from the store. There's something quietly powerful about taking 5 minutes in the morning to build yourself a bowl like this. It's not just breakfast. It's a way of telling your body, I've got your back today. And over time, that message sticks. Your digestion improves, your blood sugar becomes more predictable, and your mornings, they stop feeling like a battle and start feeling like the beginning of something good. So tomorrow, when you're reaching for breakfast, try slowing down. Scoop the yogurt, layer the berries, pause, and notice how a straightforward ritual can shift the energy of your entire day. Chia seeds and oats, the blood sugar buffer duo. Not every meal has to be hot off the stove. Some of the most healing breakfasts are the ones you make the night before. No rush, no stress, just quiet preparation and a little patience. That's what makes chia pudding and overnight oats such a gift. They're easy, they're nourishing, and if you've been battling unpredictable blood sugar in the mornings, they might be new favorites. Let's start with chia seeds. These tiny little specks might not look like much, but once you soak them, they bloom into something special, a soft, gel-like texture that's surprisingly filling. But what's fascinating is what they do inside your body. Think of your bloodstream like a slow-moving river. Now imagine pouring sugar directly into that river too fast, and the water floods its banks. But now, place a net, a gentle spongy filter, across that current. That's what soluble fiber in chia seeds acts like. It slows down how fast sugar is absorbed, helping your body stay calm and steady instead of spiking and crashing. I remember talking to Marco, a retired carpenter in his early 60s. He used to skip breakfast, saying it made him feel sluggish anyway. But after being diagnosed with prediabetes, he gave overnight oats a shot. He mixed half a cup of rolled oats with unsweetened almond milk, added a tablespoon of chia seeds, and let it sit overnight. In the morning, he stirred in blueberries and a dollop of plain Greek yogurt. It was like having something ready that already taken care of me, he told me. And I didn't get that crash at 10 a.m. anymore. Oats, like chia, are also rich in fiber, especially beta-glucan, which balances blood sugar and supports heart health. And because they're more slowly digested than refined grains, they leave you feeling full and clear-headed well into the day. Just make sure you choose rolled or steel-cut oats, not the instant kind. Those are processed and can undo the benefits we're trying to get. There's a rhythm to breakfasts like this. You set it up at night, quietly, intentionally, and you wake up already cared for. There's no need to cook, no need to scramble. It's a moment of calm that waits for you in the fridge. And that's what good food can be. Fuel and a daily ritual. One that says, I deserve consistency, I deserve ease, I deserve to feel good in my own body. So tonight you pour the oats, add the milk, stir in those magical little chia seeds. And as you do, remember, you're not just making breakfast, you're building a foundation for a gentler tomorrow. Whole grain bread and avocado, the heart's favorite morning meal. Some breakfasts don't need much explanation. You take one bite and your body knows it's been given something good. That's how I feel about whole grain toast topped with creamy slices of avocado. It's simple, it's familiar, and yet It might be one of the most powerful choices you can make in the morning, especially if you're living with diabetes or watching your heart health after 50. Let's talk about fat. For years, many of us were taught to fear it, to choose low-fat everything and avoid anything that looked even remotely rich or creamy. But science has evolved, and so has our understanding of how food affects our blood sugar. It turns out that not all fats are created equal. Monounsaturated fats found in avocados help improve insulin sensitivity and slow the absorption of carbohydrates, creating a gentler, more sustained energy curve after meals. Pair that with whole grain bread. Not white, not wheat with caramel coloring, but actual whole grain. And you've got a combination that digests slowly, delivers fiber, and helps keep your blood sugar stable for hours. It's a balance you can feel. Not too whole, not still hungry, just grounded. I think about Sylvia, a retired nurse I've known for years. She's 67 and sharp as a tack, but used to tell me about this odd rage hunger she'd get mid-morning. The kind where you're not just hungry, you're irritable, shaky, almost panicked. I'd grab a granola bar or something sweet, but it never lasted, she said. Then she tried something new one day. 1 slice of toasted whole grain bread, half an avocado mashed with a touch of lemon, topped with a poached egg and a sprinkle of chili flakes. It changed everything, she said. I don't snap at people anymore. I don't feel frantic. I just feel like myself. That's the thing about a proper breakfast. It's not just about calories or carbs. It's about how you feel after you eat. Does it carry you through the morning? Does it support your clarity, mood, and ability to connect with others? The best part is that this kind of breakfast is endlessly customizable. Don't like eggs? Add some hemp seeds or crushed walnuts for protein. Want a sweeter version? Top the toast with almond butter and a few banana slices. Avoid sugary spreads or overly processed breads that can spike your glucose and send you crashing later. In Buddhist thought, how we begin the day sets the tone for everything that follows. A nourishing, heart-healthy breakfast like this isn't just food. It's a message. It says, I'm here, I'm choosing presence, I'm choosing care. So tomorrow morning, take an extra minute, toast the bread, slice the avocado, add something colorful, sit, breathe, taste, and let that first bite be the beginning of something steadier, something kinder. Smart smoothies. When the blender becomes a friend, not a glucose trap. Smoothies can be tricky. On the outside, they look like the perfect healthy breakfast. Colorful, fruity, refreshing. But many of them, especially store-bought, are loaded with hidden sugars. For people managing diabetes, that sweet sip can lead to a sharp spike and crash, leaving you tired, jittery, and hungrier than before. But smoothies don't have to be the enemy. When made right, they're fast, filling, and full of ingredients that help you, not hurt you. The secret lies in balance: protein, fiber, healthy fats, and just a touch of fruit. I remember James, 59, who used to grab smoothies on his commute. Lots of banana, strawberry, and energy boosts. He thought he was doing something good. But the mid-morning crashes told a different story. We worked on a new version. Almond milk, plain protein powder, spinach, half an avocado, a few frozen berries, and chia seeds. It wasn't as sweet, he said, but I felt steady and full till noon. That's the magic. Avocado gives it creaminess and good fats. Chia seeds add fiber and omega-3s that calm inflammation. Greens bring minerals your body craves, and berries offer just enough sweetness without throwing your glucose out of balance. Smoothies like this aren't just convenient, they're healing. They support digestion, lower inflammation, and keep your energy steady for hours. All it takes is a few smart swaps and a little intention. So next time you reach for your blender, ask, is this fueling my body or spiking it? Make the choice that brings calm, not chaos. A bright smoothie is the kindest thing you do for yourself all day. Whole grain cereal. Choose right. Stay steady. Cereal has long been marketed as a healthy breakfast, especially the ones labeled with words like whole grain, heart smart, or light. But if you take a closer look, especially with diabetes in mind, many of these so-called health cereals are packed with added sugars and highly processed carbs that spike blood sugar just as fast as a donut would. It's not just about the front of the box. It's about the fine print. For those over 50 or anyone working to manage blood sugar, choosing the right cereal makes all the difference. Start by flipping the box over. Look for cereals with at least 4 to 5 grams of fiber per serving and no more than 5 or 6 grams of sugar. Ignore the flashy front claims and skip anything with cartoon characters. They're not made for your pancreas. Ingredients should be simple, recognizable: oats, bran, nuts, and seeds. Bill, a 68-year-old former teacher, used to reach for whatever was on sale. But after a few glucose spikes, he switched to wheat bran cereal with blueberries and crushed walnuts. "It's crunchy, it's satisfying," he said, "and I don't feel like I need a nap 2 hours later." Want something warm? Try cooking bran or rolled oats with almond milk, then top with cinnamon, flax seeds, and a few berries. Prefer it cold? Mix high-fiber cereal with plain Greek yogurt, add chia seeds, and let it sit for 10 minutes. Whole grain cereal can still be part of a diabetes-friendly morning if you choose with your eyes, not the marketing. Read the label, know your fiber, and build a bowl that helps you feel balanced, not bloated. Cottage cheese, the quiet hero of a healthy breakfast. It doesn't look glamorous, it's not trendy, but cottage cheese, that soft, humble dairy sitting in the back of the fridge, might be one of the best-kept secrets for people managing blood sugar and insulin resistance, especially over 50. High in protein and low in carbs, cottage cheese offers slow-digesting fuel that keeps you full for hours. That's especially important for those with insulin sensitivity, where balancing blood sugar can feel like walking a tightrope. One serving delivers around 13 grams of protein with just 4 grams of carbs, and none of the sugar spikes from typical breakfast fare. But what I love most is how adaptable it is. Want something savory? Add chopped tomatoes, cucumber, a drizzle of olive oil, and fresh herbs. More of a sweet tooth? Stir in cinnamon, apple slices, or a spoonful of crushed walnuts. It takes just minutes to prepare and holds you steady. No crashes, no cravings. Rosa, a 64-year-old former florist, said she started eating cottage cheese in the mornings after feeling drained by 10 a.m. daily. Now she preps a small bowl the night before, sometimes sweet, sometimes savory, and enjoys it slowly with her tea. By lunchtime, she said, "I feel like I've had a full morning, not a battle." This isn't a superfood trying to be trendy. Cottage cheese is quiet, consistent, and deeply nourishing. It's the kind of food that works in the background, helping your body find balance, helping you move through the morning more easily. And sometimes that's precisely what we need. Not excitement, not perfection, but something gentle and reliable. A breakfast that keeps its promises. Nut butter and whole grain bread. The power of simple. Some mornings you just don't have time. You're out the door, keys in one hand, shoes half on, and cooking feels impossible. But even on those rush days, you can start with something nourishing that doesn't take more than 2 minutes and still loves your blood sugar back. That's where nut butter and whole grain bread come. The ultimate simple, steadying breakfast. Now, not all bread is created equal. The trick is to pick true whole grain bread. Look for visible seeds and grains, and make sure whole is the first word on the ingredient list. It should have at least 3 grams of fiber per slice. This gives you the slow-digesting carbs your body needs to stay energized without the blood sugar roller coaster. As for nut butter, keep it clean and real. No added sugars, no hydrogenated oils, just peanuts, almonds, or cashews, maybe with a pinch of salt. You'd be surprised how many store brands sneak in syrups or extra oils. The shorter the ingredient list, the better. For something a little special, try topping your toast with sliced banana and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Or if you're more into savory flavors, add a touch of cinnamon and sea salt, or even a few pumpkin seeds for crunch. Sweet or savory, this combo keeps you full, fueled, and focused. It reminds me of Gary, 71, who says this is his go-to when the grandkids run around and there's no time to cook. "It's fast, and it works," he told me, "and I don't get shaky by 11 a.m. anymore." Sometimes health doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to be intentional. A slice of bread, a spoonful of nut butter, a few thoughtful toppings. That's all it takes to start your day with steadiness and a little peace. Tofu Scramble, a warm morning meal for a steady heart. Not everyone wakes up craving something sweet. Some mornings call for something warm, savory, and deeply grounding. the kind of breakfast that fills your belly and brings your body into calm balance. And for older adults who follow a plant-based diet or struggle with cholesterol, tofu is a gentle but powerful choice. Tofu often gets overlooked in Western kitchens, but it's been a staple of Eastern diets for centuries. For good reason. It's naturally high in protein, low in carbs, and completely cholesterol-free. For anyone managing blood pressure or blood sugar, that's a big deal. It also absorbs flavors beautifully, which means it never has to taste the same way twice. I think of Carla, 66, who went plant-based after a heart scare last year. Breakfast used to be her toughest meal. Eggs were off the table, and oatmeal felt repetitive. Then she discovered tofu scramble. She crumbles firm tofu into a pan with olive oil, turmeric, garlic, and seasonal veggies, spinach, mushrooms, red peppers. Sometimes she adds a sprinkle of nutritional yeast for a cheesy flavor, or black beans for extra fiber. It's warm, hearty, and doesn't weigh me down, she told me. I feel fueled, not foggy. Turmeric brings more than color. It's a natural anti-inflammatory supporting joint and heart health. Combine that with whole grain toast or a spoonful of cooked quinoa, and you have a breakfast that satisfies both body and spirit. What I love most is how tofu bridges cultures. One day, you can add soy sauce, scallions, and sesame oil for an Asian twist. Another day, swap in cumin, cilantro, and avocado for something Southwestern. It's endlessly flexible and always kind to your body. Tofu scramble requires just a little time and intention in a world of fast fixes, but what it gives back, energy, warmth, balance, lasts long past breakfast. Thank you so much for staying with us until the end of this video. We hope you feel encouraged and empowered to make breakfast not just a habit, but a healing part of your day. The foods we shared today aren't complicated or trendy. They're practical, nourishing choices that support stable blood sugar, sustained energy, and a more profound sense of balance, especially for those navigating life after 50 with diabetes. Remember, even one small change, like adding more protein in the morning or choosing high-fiber grains, can improve how you feel, think, and live. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. If this video gave you something helpful or hopeful, please give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Buddhist Health for more trusted, heart-centered health content. Stay informed and healthy. We'll see you in the following video.